For external respiration, where things happen in the lungs, I would like to start by talking a little bit about the anatomy of the lung. What are the main components of our respiration system? So this is a schematic that shows that we're starting from the nasal cavity and then we go to the larynx and then trachea, and then you go to the right and left lungs. Branching from the trachea, we have something called the primary bronchus. Branching from the primary bronchus, we have secondary bronchi. And I just want to make sure that we understand these and know the terminologies and the names. I'm sure that you took this in your anatomy class, but it's good to review that. If we look inside the lungs, I would like to highlight a couple of things. The first thing, that we are having something called pulmonary vein and pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery and veins are actually, they are carrying blood. It's either oxygenated or non-oxygenated blood. I want you to understand that the pulmonary artery is the artery carrying blood from the right ventricle of the heart to the lung for oxygenation. Usually blood goes back after finishing this process, which is the internal respiration. The blood is filled with CO2 and it goes back to the right atrium and then to the right ventricle. It has a lot of CO2, and from the right ventricle it gets to the lungs through the pulmonary artery for oxygenation. So we need to do the exchange of CO2 and to get more oxygen from the surrounding environment. After doing that, the pulmonary vein is actually the vein that's carrying oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart, and then the oxygenated blood goes from the left atrium to the left ventricle, where it's get pumped everywhere in the body. So I just wanted to highlight this because that's important for us to understand how blood get oxygenated and in the lungs. Keep in mind that the pulmonary artery is the artery carrying blood with a lot of CO2 going to the lung to be oxygenated, and the pulmonary vein is actually carrying oxygenated blood back to the heart so that it can be pumped to the different parts of the body. How is the exchange happening inside the lungs? And that's where the alveoli comes in and the blood circulation. We need to define or describe what's an alveoli. So alveoli, it's any of the many tiny air sacs actually of the lung, which allows for rapid gaseous exchange. We said that the pulmonary artery is the artery carrying blood from the right ventricle of the heart to be oxygenated, and that's this part of the alveoli and the blood circulation system. So the blood comes from the right ventricle with a lot of CO2 here in order to have an exchange, and when we have the exchange of because of simple diffusion, the blood in the pulmonary artery has high pressure of CO2 and low pressure of oxygen, and then we'll have exchange here, as we mentioned in the air sacs, because the air sacs, they will have pressure of O2 and low pressure of CO2, so oxygen will diffuse inside the capillaries, and carbon dioxide will diffuse outside of the capillaries into the air sacs outside the body. After the exchange takes place, the oxygenated blood will go back to the pulmonary vein, and then that is going to take the oxygenated blood back to the left atrium to be sent to the left ventricle and then to be spread around across the body. So this is important to understand how the process is taking place. And this is another schematic that is, giving us how the alveoli and the blood system it looks like, and all of these are the air sacs around which the exchange will of gases will take place. I would like to explain the block diagram of the air pathway. So we start with the nose for air to flow in, and then you have something called the nasal cavity and the sinuses, and then you go to and that's here, that's where we are, and then pharynx, and then you go to the larynx, and then you have the trachea, and then you have the after the trachea you have the bronchi and the bronchiolus, and then you end up with the alveoli, which are those actually components or anatomical parts of the respiratory system. And then you end in the lungs capillaries, and those are the lung capillaries where the exchange actually takes place in the respiratory system. So I wanted to explain all of these for you as an introduction to our understanding of how respiration is taking place and what we would like to understand from before we start measuring of the respiratory system. So thank you for watching till this point. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to write them in the comment section. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you for watching, and until the next video. Bye.